Coming to the stage next is a wonderful comedian. Yes, he is a man of many talents, too many to count. I tried. His name is Alan Goble. Give it up for Alan Goble!
Thank you, Janet. Good evening, guys. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to people that act like fathers. Now, guys, my mom used to come to all my shows, big supporter of mine. Unfortunately, she did pass away about 6 years ago. It's okay. I still like to bring her with me. She was a little woman. Yeah, my mom loved people. She loved food. Recently, we went out to a dinner party, and I left her on the table a little too long. Yeah, somebody mistaken her for a salt and pepper shaker. This won't get worse. I took her to Disneyland recently. We had a good time, except she's too short to go on all the good rides. It was nice though. We kind of got there kind of quick because east you can go real easy. We got to take the carpool lanes. The sign says 2 people. Didn't say the second one has to be alive. Now my brother, don't worry, he's not dead yet, did one of those DNA tests recently, and it came back that we found out we were 33% Irish. Okay, St. Patrick's Day means more to me now. But I've always kept thinking, like you guys are, what's the other 67%? Okay, might be obvious to you, it wasn't to me, but I actually found out I'm mostly Chinese. Well, I must be because my mom's urn says made in China. See, those are groans. Now, my mom is originally from Arizona, and side note, in Arizona cremations are half the cost there. Everybody's already preheated. Anyways, I was flying back, and flown Southwest Airlines. We all know how it works. I just go in the back of the plane, grab a window seat, and then they proceed to announce, tell everybody there's only 2 empty seats in the whole flight. Okay. Then I look up. There's this nun walking down the aisle. She had a hat on. Okay, recognize the nun. She takes the aisle seat. Next thing you know, they close the doors and they start pushing back. So the 2 empty seats of the whole plane, one's between me and the nun. She leans over to me and goes, "You would think people want to sit next to a nun." I go, "Well, it's not because of me." She laughed, so we had a good time. The next thing, as we hit the ground in Phoenix, like everybody else, we turn my cell phone back on, and I have my service is Virgin Mobile. Yeah, I didn't even go over and ask her, "Do you have the same service?" Back to my mom. My mom, she exercised a lot. She liked to eat, but she liked to exercise, and she worked out all the time. That I know of in my mom's life, she only smoked once in her life. Told you it would get worse. Enough about mom. Guys, I turned 58 years old this year. We're talking about age. Thank you. My time is starting to get shorter. My son just turned 36 years old. My grandson will be 12 in August. The fun part, my daughter just turned 9. Exactly the way I planned that. Kind of a surprise. My wife and I being married 22 years, we hoped it would happen sooner. But we had issues getting pregnant. One of those issues is my wife does not ovulate regularly. It's her fault. I can say that because I know she's not here. Poor girl, she had blood tests, urine tests. She was poked and prodded, and not in fun ways. That was my job. Now, I, on the other hand, only had to do 1 test. It didn't hurt at all. You might say I enjoyed it. Turns out, though, my guys were a little low in numbers and not too fast swimmers, so it was kind of my fault, too. We had tried all kinds of different procedures. We even tried acupuncture. My wife gets back from her visit, says, "Hey, they can help you with your issues." He's like, hey, where are they going to stick the needles? Come with a needle in this area and this down here, I'm going to have 2 belly buttons. Well, we kind of put everything on the back burner. And in 2013, we decided to go to Hawaii, 10 days, have a great time. We get back, we were out hiking, she had a fall, so we get back, she knows she has a pain in her side. A couple months go by, pain gets worse, and then April 2nd, the day after my wife's birthday, she goes to the doctor. Now, the worst thing I'm praying for is a strangulated hernia, and the doctor starts talking about cyst, tumor, and cancers, and finds a heartbeat. And that's what I thought. Tumors don't have heartbeats. Actually, it wasn't there. My wife actually texted me and says, I'm shocked. I'm 22 weeks pregnant. She's 5 months. I thought, I text back, who is this? To be honest, I did not do that. It's hard to text when you're crying. You can say, oh, yeah. I mean, most people, we went from not being able to get pregnant to 5 months pregnant. I told you, my time is odd here. It gets better. 58 days later, my wife goes in for a follow-up. She gets sick. She said, get to the hospital. I get a text that said, at hospital. And 22 minutes from that text, my wife delivers. Wow. My daughter is born 22 pounds. She's born 2 pounds, 3 ounces. Yeah, little women running my family. Now, she comes home 5 weeks later, everything's fine. I'm the one that's messed up. And I got thinking, most people do pregnancies 9 months. I did it in 58 days. So like I said, my time has an issue. I'm starting to shorten up everything in my life. I'm going to shorten up this bit, but I'll get any more laughs. But I do like shorten up like bedtime stories. I'll do like my version of Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Goldilocks is walking through the woods, comes across a cottage. She breaks in, eats some food, smashes the furniture, and passes out. Bears come home, they say, hey, you're in our space, we got boundaries. Then they eat her. If I do Little Red Riding Hood, I'll just tell her, hey, woof bad. I'll do Snow White and the One Dwarf. I don't have time for all 7. This pregnancy stuff, we do things quicker. I got thinking going, oh my gosh, when she turns 21, I turn 70. I thought my aim's getting better. Yeah, I figured she'd be on a date. That guy would go, hey, what's this red dot? And that's just my overprotective dad from a distance. Keep her hands on the table. Don't touch a salt and pepper shaker. 70. I got thinking now, 75. I'm not catching up with Bob yet. At 75, I easily could be a grandfather again. I easily could be a great-grandfather. All would be starting out house in diapers. I figured my wife would come in the house going, hey, one of you 3 are poopy. Speaking of time, happy Father's Day again, guys. Have a good night.